Hello everyone, so welcome to today's video. We are doing another declutter video. This time we're going to be decluttering my makeup bag. I have two makeup bags that I have sitting on my vanity that I have full of makeup. I have a drawer full of makeup here in my vanity desk. I have some in my bedroom in like a storage unit. There's a lot of makeup and we need to start kind of dwindling down this collection because it's getting a little out of control and there's just so much stuff and I myself cannot use all of this stuff. So we're going to be going through my makeup bag. This is the one that I take with me when I travel. As you guys can see, it's definitely full of stuff and a lot of it has to go. So we're just going to start diving in. I'm not going to be taking too long with the products. I'm just going to kind of go through things really quickly and get rid of some things that I don't like and things that I'm not using, things that have been in here for quite some time. I just want to kind of pare this down. This is a little crazy. I want to kind of organize this a little bit better. So let's begin. So the first thing is the Man-Eater palette. I had this in my Extreme Eyeshadow Declutter, which I will link here if you haven't seen it. This is one that I'm going to try to use up a little bit more and then probably throw it away in a couple months. But I did just throw it into this bag so that I can kind of see it, since this bag is on my vanity and I usually have it unzipped so I can kind of glance and see what's in there, kind of take a little peek, and I'm like, nope, not today, because there's just too much junk. So I'm going to try to do my best to use this up a little bit more. So the next product that I just kind of pulled out is the Lorac. This is the Baked Hydrating Bronzer in the shade called Sunset Deep, and it has that kind of quilted look to it. Really, really cool. I got this, I want to say, from Home Goods and TJ Maxx when I went shopping several months ago. I remember my daughter was kind of small. I think she was like around 6-7 months, so I'm going to still probably use that because I do remember it being good. The next thing is Too Faced. This is like a small little thing. I have not even used this. This was, I think, a free gift with purchase, where it's like a blush and an eyeshadow. It's Apricot in the Act. I don't know. Probably a go, like a no-go. My cheekers from CoverGirl, I do like using these, and I have several of the singles, the trios, so I'm keeping those. And then I have the single eyeshadows, the Eye Enhancer, in the shade called Mink. And I do remember really liking this, and I did a review on this when I was pregnant. So not super, super old, really nice quality, really inexpensive. All right, so this I know it's old. It's the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I think I took this out of my collection to try to use it, and I didn't. This is several years old, so bye-bye. So the next thing is Bareminerals. Same thing with the Essence Pure Nude. I've had this for some time. I do really enjoy using the minerals, and I need to get back into using it. I've been using a lot of just liquid foundations over the last year or so, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of this one, and if I want to use it again, I'm gonna purchase it and get a fresh one. This is in the shade Fairly Light, and I remember that one being a pretty good match for me. It's a really good product, leaves the skin looking really nice, and minerals are really good for your skin. Okay. Primer. I have the Pores No More Luminizing Primer from Dr. Brandt. I do like this, so I'm keeping that. Adds a really nice glow without looking super disco ball and too crazy. Let's see what else. Speaking of primers, I have the YSL, the Touch Eclat. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. The Blur Primer with the gold in it. It's a luminizing primer. Honestly, I mean, it looks pretty when you look at it and see it speckled with gold, but I honestly don't think that the gold does anything major for my skin as far as giving me a glow. And for the price point of this full size, I'm expecting a lot more than I'm getting. And it has that kind of typical silicone feel. If you ever use the Smashbox original primer that's clear, it has that kind of silicone slip to it. So that's exactly what this feels like, except this has a little bit of gold specks, and you're also paying a premium because it's YSL. Will I try to use it? And, you know, maybe I might. So this is my maybe pile. I don't know. I wasn't just blown away by it. My hands are a little slippery. I'm putting on lotion because my hands are so dry. Okay, so speaking of primers, since we're on the topic of primers, I'm going to kind of share any other primers that I find just kind of glancing over. The first one that I saw here was the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I don't think that there's much in here. So I do like this one, and I'm going to finish using this up. I have purchased this before. I even have the spray somewhere, or I did at some point had the spray version as well. And I really enjoy it, and I like the fact that it has coconut water and probiotic-based ingredients, so I do like that, and I'm going to keep that. I have, another little mini, look at that. So I'm going to definitely use that up and keep that one. Are there any more primers? Yes, I have a few more. The Too Faced Primed and Peachy. This is a cooling matte skin perfecting primer infused with peach and sweet fig cream. These little minis that you will be seeing, I have gotten from kits and also like beauty boxes. So this one, I do remember using this a few times, like on my nose where I would get the most oil production throughout the day. I don't remember it kind of wowing me and making me feel like this was something I had to use every time. I oftentimes do skip primer if I can, if I'm rushing to do my makeup or just want to throw some makeup on really fast. So I think I'm just going to get rid of it. It's not something that I can see myself using and being wowed by. Okay, so let's keep going. The Physicians Formula Refreshment. This is the Cucumber and Bamboo Eye Depuffer. This is a very cooling product. I've had this for a long time, so I'm not going to use it because this is what I used like under the eyes or around the eye area, so I'm just going to get rid of it. But it's very cooling and very smoothing, and it also feels quite soothing as well, and it just feels really nice under the skin as a prep. I do have the Milk Makeup. It's a blue stick that's like, it almost looks like a deodorant stick, but it's like a cooling stick. Got it in a kit from Sephora last month, and I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to get rid of this one because I have that Milk one. I have the Lancome Cils Booster XL Primer. This is a lash primer. I've had this for a while. I don't remember if I've used it or not, so I'm just going to get rid of it because I'd rather be safe than sorry than putting something old around my eyes. I have the foundation stick from Bareminerals. This is the Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick in Birch 1.5. I will keep this. I'm going to try it again. I used this several months back. I think this is something that I did last summer, so I am going to try that again. I have some eyeliners. I'm just going to kind of randomly grab all of them so we can kind of breeze through these really quickly. The Trooper from Kat Von D. This is one of my favorites. I think it's called KVD Beauty now instead of Kat Von D. So if they still have this, which I think they do, I love this. I've talked about it, recommend it. It's the Trooper Black tattoo liner, and it is perfect. I love that, but that's got to go because that's old. So does this one, the Marc Jacobs. This is a good one, but this is the highliner. Had this for a long time, well over a year. So again, not putting that around my eyes. And these are old as well. These are liquid liners from Tarte. Came in a set. This is the brown one and the burgundy. I like it because one side is a twist-up pencil that you can use for eyelining on the upper lash line or tight lining, and then the other opposite end is a liquid. So whole thing is pretty awesome because you have the liquid and the pencil version of the colors. However, I only really used the black shade. That's the one that I use up entirely, and I just didn't really get wowed by these. Like the color, the brown one's fine. The burgundy, it looks really pretty. As you can see, it's a different tone, and that would be really pretty as a pop of color. But when you actually wear it and swatch it, it's really dark. So there's not a whole lot of difference between the brown and the burgundy. So that was a disappointment for me. So I wouldn't purchase these two colors. I would get the black one though, and would recommend the black liquid liner from them. I have some pencil-y things to share with you. The Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon in Champagne Diamonds. This one I got in a kit, I believe, and that was one of the reasons why I got the kit. It's a really pretty champagne pink color, and I was super excited because I've always wanted to try the Color Chameleons, and I think I might pick up a different color. This one is pretty, but it does have some silver glittery flecks in it, which was a disappointment for me. I don't normally use glittery type of products on a day-to-day basis. That would be more of like a just for fun, just to do something extra, maybe just to do something different with my tutorials. But for me to reach for this on a daily basis, it's a no. And the price point of these being what it is for Charlotte Tilbury, I want it to be something that I'm going to reach for and use. So I might keep it because I want to use it maybe somehow. I remember the first time I tried it, I was not expecting it to be super glittery, and to get those glitter specks off, I had to use Q-tips that were dampened with water and like flick them off. I had to scrub my eyelids because this stuff stayed put. So I'm going to use this kind of selectively depending on the look and my mood. So this is going to go in my maybe pile. I have the Maybelline Master Camo. This is the color correcting pen in the pink tone for dullness and light skin tones. Again, this is pretty old, and I'm not going to put this around my eyes, but I do remember liking it. I do like the sponge tip, though, if I can get it open. I have lotion on my hands, so it's kind of hard to show you and open stuff up, but the sponge kind of paddle look to it is really cool, so I might actually try to get another one of these. I remember I got this one for just a couple bucks. I think it was Target. I also have the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. This is the Illuminating Duo or Highlight Duo. And what is the shade? It's just those duos. I don't even know. Do they make this? Is that how old this is? It just says light. One side is matte for highlighting the brows, and the other side is shimmery. I do remember liking this and enjoying it, but I haven't reached for it at least since my daughter's been born, and she's a year old, so that's got to go. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in medium brown. I really do like their brow products. I like this one because it's a triangular tip pencil, and it actually is really great for giving you a more full-on brow. It has a spoolie on the end. I love the Anastasia ones. That's what they're known for, brows, and they have really great, amazing makeup products as well. But my CoverGirl pencil that's like $5 is just as good. There was another one that I used a while ago that was also thin from the drugstore that was really great. My Revlon one is fantastic. So I wouldn't repurchase this just because I have other ones that are good and affordable. But if you want something that's a little bit more pricey, this is a good one, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with this brand. I have a Laura Mercier Shadow Stick, the Caviar one, in the shade All Natural. I got this a long, long time ago thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be a nice kind of matte, almost skin tone color. It's a little bit darker than my skin tone. Has a kind of touch of a taupe undertone to it. I remember really liking it, but if you use too much, personally for me, being that I do have oily lids, it does crease. So I would have to use a primer with this, and the whole point that I bought this was to just slap this on and blend it with my finger, and not have to do primer, not have to set the primer, not have to do this. I wanted it to be quick and easy, and it just really wasn't that. At least this one wasn't for me, so that's a no. Okay, so I have a few more smaller products. The Dermablend setting powder, I have used this and I do enjoy that, so I'm going to probably keep that. The Bareminerals Invisible Light, it's a translucent powder, but it's in the shade called Glow. This is old. I bought this when I was in Tennessee, so gotta go because I'm not using that. The Laura Geller Gilded Honey Big Gelato Swirls. This is really beautiful. I don't know if I may spray it down with some alcohol and then, go for it. It's really pretty. So that's my maybe pile. Oh, these are actually really good. The Revolution, the Makeup Revolution in Champagne. I don't know if you've been with me watching my videos for a long time, but back in 2015 and 16, I bought a ton of Makeup Revolution stuff, and I was blown away by just how affordable they were, the quality that they provided in their products, and basically the dupes that they were creating for higher end products. Now Makeup Revolution is super well known. Everybody knows them. They have a huge selection of products at Ulta, but when I first started talking about them, you can only get them from their website, and they only had selected products for their USA website. And I remember really loving their products and doing a whole video on my collection of Makeup Revolution, all the things that I loved from them. And that was several years ago. That was probably like, was it 5 years ago? Oh my gosh. Anyways, so back to this. These are the liquid highlighter drops. This stuff is awesome. I have the champagne color. It is extreme in the level of glow. If you're not careful, you will look like a disco ball. And once this dries down and it's set on the skin, it's not coming off. So this is a tread very, very lightly kind of product, and only use literally a drop. Like, you do not need a lot of this product. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. Let me see if I can kind of get this a little closer. If you guys can see how incredibly bright and dewy this is. I literally will never finish this up because I put a drop and I don't even use the whole drop. Like, one drop is too much. So this is very, very sparingly. So I will be keeping that because I do enjoy that. I have the Maybelline, no, this is L'Oreal, sorry, Magic Lumi Highlighter, the little pen thing. I don't know how long this has been sitting in my makeup bag. It's in the shade Light. It's one of those twist up with a little brush tip. I'm going to go on the side of caution and say goodbye. This is another liquid, I think it's a liquid eyeshadow in Sweet Life. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. This is the Sea Glass. I have not even used this. It is very sparkly and glittery. I love the packaging, so pretty. It's a nice kind of rosy, coppery type of shade almost, but there is lots of very distinctive glitter, and I'm picking up like subtle hints of lavender glitter. It's really beautiful, but again, this was, I don't know if I bought this on impulse. Like I've never even used it, not once, and it looks extremely glittery. Let's put it in the maybe pile. I have some lip liners, the Sephora one. This is the gel lip liner in Nothing But Nude. Super, super tiny. I'm pretty sure this was like a gift with purchase. It was maybe with my Sephora Play. It's brand new, so yes, I will be keeping that. Brand new. Look how tiny that is. Oh my god. Lip products. I have the Morphe, what is this? The Morphe liquid lipstick in the shade Jealousy. I bought this when I went to Vegas, so that's got to go because it's a couple years old. Do like the color. It's a really nice shade. I should have gotten some other lighter ones. It's not super dark, but it's got some depth to it. The formula, I remember it being a little drying, but not uncomfortable. Would I buy more of these? Probably not, because it didn't wow me. So, moving on. A Bite Beauty product. This is, what are these called? These are the matte cream lip crayons from Bite Beauty in the shade Glacé. I don't know. I've gotten lots of these from my Sephora Play boxes, which they don't do that subscription service anymore, but I remember getting so many Bite products over the year that I was subscribed to them, and I just kind of started getting tired of Bite products, and that's where I got this, and so that's going to go because I'm not going to use it. The Living the Highlight Illuminator for Face, Eyes, and Body. This is Inglot and JLo collaboration that I bought in Vegas. I've used this a few times. It's a beautiful product. Again, it is so incredibly dewy and just, it gives you that JLo glow. It's hard to part with something like that because JLo, she's the queen. And I love her makeup, her style, everything about her is just amazing. So I'm definitely going to keep this. It's in the shade called Radiant. I think that they still sell the products that she collaborated with Inglot. I remember going to the Inglot store in Vegas, and it was so fun. I had such a great time. It was something we talk about, my family, so often because we had such a great time. And I think I'm going to keep it because not only does it remind me of that trip, but also the fact that I only used it a little bit, and it's still quite full, and it's a beautiful product. So yes, that's a keep. I have another highlighter, the Starlight Highlighter from Lorac. This was one of my favorites. I use this so much. I do want to spray it down with some alcohol and use it again. And I love this highlight, and the formula is really great. So if you can get your hands on Starlight, definitely pick that up. I have a NARS single eyeshadow in the shade called Himalaya. Really, really pretty. I like the whole sort of geometric look to the pans, how they press the eyeshadows. Really pigmented. Really great quality, but again, I've had this for at least 2 years, if not longer, and I haven't really used much of it. I mean, I've used quite a bit. Okay, so I just had a bit of a scare. My camera keeps shutting off, even though I know I can see that I still had at least half a battery. I still had space on my memory card. I'm hoping that this camera does not do something crazy where it needs to be replaced, because I'm going to be upset. So anyways, it cut me off when I was talking about the gel pomade, the Cabral from Benefit. I have the shade 2. I felt like that was a good match. And it seems quite light compared to some of my other products, but I do remember really enjoying this product, and I just wish that I would have used more of it. I did a video on this a couple years ago when I lived in Tennessee, so because it's old, I'm going to get rid of it. I have some little Bareminerals, small things that I have gotten in like sets. I remember my sister sent me some for Christmas one year, and I'm just going to throw them away. They're messy, great formula, they're pigmented, but they're just messy. There's no sifter in these. And I'm not messing with this anymore. I'm done with it. A foundation sample. Gross. Bye. And then I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I have a mirror in here, and then I have this thing. This is the NYX Highlighting Contour Pro Palette. I do really like this, so I think I'm going to spray this down and use it because I do remember using this while I was pregnant, so I do like this product quite a bit, and it's so disgusting. Like, okay. Let's not show this anymore. I do like this, and I do want to keep it. And that's it. So my maybe pile has just a few things. My keep pile, a handful of things which I feel okay about. And my no pile looks fantastic because it's most of it. So we're done. We are clearing this out. I'm going to clean up the inside of this bag because it's disgusting and I will not be showing that to you. It's gross. So I'm going to clean this up with some disinfecting wipes and then put everything back and have it a little bit more compact, actually be able to zip it up if I wanted to, because before it was an overflowing mess. And that is what my makeup bags tend to become, an overflow of product, a bottomless pit that keeps accumulating and accumulating, and then I get to the point where I can't even zip it. So when I get to that point, I know some stuff has got to go. So this is all going to go, and I'm really happy that I did this, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I know we kind of breezed right through a lot of the products. Maybe some of the clips look a little choppy because my camera kept turning off on me. I don't know what's going on. But we did make it. We got through this. I will be doing more declutters, like I said before in the beginning of the video. We have a lot of product to go through, a lot of things that need to go, and just kind of start that spring cleaning because the weather's changing and I get that itch to clean when the spring season starts to come around. So we're going to be doing more declutters. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when those videos get put up. But I do appreciate you so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing, for the support, for being here, for watching today's video. I hope you guys are having a fabulous time wherever you're at. I know that this time is a little bit challenging, but I hope that wherever you are at the time that you're watching this, that you are doing well and you are safe. So take care, you guys. I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.